I had a deep spiritual experience after listening to the video about She Is Black, after listening to the record of the Voyager spacecraft, of what we sent out into space, that in case there's life out there, that they would know who we are, even if we're not around anymore, most likely.
Right.
You know, like that's a fucking deep thing to think that we sent out a spacecraft with information that if somehow, some way, something can play it, they would hear what Earth was like and what, like, that we were here.
Right.
That's crazy.
It is.
It's a super deep thought. Sitting with these guys, the Mormon guys, and having these moments with them over the past few days, there's been thoughts that I've had where it literally makes me, in the kitchen, I put my hands on the counter and I just put my fucking head down. I put my head down and I was like, what the fuck? And literally, I think it was when I was listening to the song, Children of Planet Earth by Melody Sheep. Look it up on YouTube. Somebody made a video and it's the record that is on the Voyager spacecraft.
It's beautiful.
And it's
Maybe
the
we'll
sound.
play it next time for you.
Yeah, it's the sound of kids in different languages saying hello, the sound of trains, the sounds of crickets, the sound of what life is like here.
Right.
Right? Not only am I having all these things happening, but I'm also seeing everything that's happening in the world. I'm also seeing, we watched that video last week. That was freaking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Right? So all these things are coming into my mind. I'm figuring some stuff out. I'm seeing the destruction around the planet. I'm seeing the division. I'm seeing all this stuff. And when I have my head down on the counter, I think the only way to change the world is to teach. Those are literally the words that I heard in my head. The only way to change the world is to teach.
And that's what I call download.
And right after that, the next thing was, you can only teach if somebody's willing to listen. Now, because I am who I am, I heard those words loud and clear in my head.
Yes.
Because I am a 0, pretty much, on the spirituality scale.
Right.
I fully understand what just happened to me. I did have a very deep moment of enlightenment, of consciousness, of whatever you want to call that. But what it was...
I would call it a spiritual awakening.
Yes, I know you would.
Yeah.
But what it actually was an accumulation of experiences, of emotions, of information that made me have feelings about something. It's like when I've heard...
Makes 100% sense.
But it's not spiritual.
No.
Right? That's exactly
For me, it would be. For you, it's not. But I see what you're saying.
It either is or it isn't. Because I'm telling you, okay,
well,
so then we get to this other God thing. He and I are one or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So where did that message come from? It came from me, from here.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you are God as God is. You are. Yes.
But
I agree with all of this.
But that's the thing, is that people want to assign it that thing. It's just me having thoughts, accumulations of thoughts and experiences, information.
It's higher consciousness.
Wanting to make this thing more than it is a problem.
I understand what you're saying. And I understand exactly what you're saying.
It's a slippery slope because it heads...
Yeah, I know. I know that. And I believe the way you believe in that. And...
Well, you've had your own experiences.
Exactly. And I cannot explain that.
But what I would like to share, yes, this is a perfect example because of when you had your experience and what happened or whatever, it's like, this was what happened to me. Yeah. I had this experience. It is undeniable.
See, you're searching.
I had an experience after how much knowledge that I have now.
Yeah.
So I am not mistaking this.
Right.
I know what it is.
So for me, I wasn't searching, looking stuff up. You just said you're looking at all this information and what you came up with was an accumulation of research, emotions, things that were going on. During my spiritual experience back in 2013, I wasn't looking for God. I wasn't looking for anything.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is that you had a feeling that made this thing concrete. It was a feeling that felt like it came from God, right?
It was more
Which
than
makes it undeniable.
I understand what you're saying.
You know, the other thing that I was going to mention too is that when I had this feeling, guess what triggered it?
What?
The song. But that's just another thing that I've
yeah.
mentioned on this podcast
The
before.
power of music.
When I
Yes.
had my head down, it was when I was listening to the song. The music was playing and I'm hearing the kids' voices saying hello in different languages.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, when you played that for me, I was,
Yeah, emotional.
Yeah.
And that's not a religious thing. So imagine if it has a religious context to it, how much more powerful and brainwashing
Yeah.
that could be.
I've
witnessed
that.
it.
Yeah, I can see that.